Hi everyone, I am Angela Cruz with Smokey Designs and welcome to another fun episode of Scrapbusters, where we show you how to take your scraps and turn them into cash. And I have a fun one today. This is one that I am very passionate about. You will not find an easier way to make money than with cabochon jewelry. You may have seen me post in the group a few times. I've shared a few little pieces of mine trying to get people into this field, but this is going to be a comprehensive video where if you are a beginner, this is a fantastic place to start. If you're advanced, this is a fantastic place to expand your product line. If you have a diode laser, I have options for you. If you have a CO2, that's perfect. Little laser, big laser, this is a great project for you, and it takes no time at all, and you can charge a lot more money for something with these cabochons than you could for something just plain and on its own. So let me show you a little bit of what I have. I have a ton of different examples, and I'll tell you a little bit about the inspiration behind it. So when I was in high school, my grandmother, who watches the videos, so Graham, hi, and thank you for this, she purchased for me, no surprise here, right? This is a skeleton lady on a cameo, and I love this necklace. I've had this thing for years, love it. And I started to think, hey, wouldn't it be cool if I used the black on white pattern ply and I engraved my own cameo? So it could be something, I wanted to do something else sort of Halloween-y, but a little different than the skeleton lady. But I was like, well, how am I going to be able to do the edges? What can I put for that? So I started doing a search on Amazon to see if I could find any sort of jewelry thing that I could put my pattern ply cameo in. And I discovered cabochon jewelry. So a cabochon is a polished gemstone typically. And instead of having facets on it, like on a diamond on a ring, this is polished and set into a piece of metal typically. So for these cabochon jewelry pieces that I'm going to show you, the cabochon itself that they send you with the pieces is typically just a piece of glass, and it's domed. You can see here, this is the cabochon. I'm going to show you how we use this in some cases, don't use this, but you get the picture here in a second. So what I was able to find were these super fun, for my cameo, look at these. These are considered cabochon blanks, and you can find them on Amazon if you search cabochon jewelry, cabochon blank. Those are good search terms. I'm going to put links in the video description for some of the ones that I've purchased here, but if you go on the companies that make these and you click on their little link on Amazon, you'll see a ton of other options that they have, and as well you'll find things on Etsy and other any of the other sites that you use for jewelry findings. You'll probably find some other options as well. I'm just listing the Amazon ones because that's what I've purchased and used and had success with for my own jewelry. So you can find these are in black, but they also have sort of a polished, a brass one, different options in that. And what I didn't do my gold, the cameo one first. What I did was I used our smoke and mirrors. Look at this. This is the spider webs, the black on the black smoke and mirrors. And I put that in here, and I get a ton of compliments on this necklace every time I wear it. It's fantastic. I put it on just a leather chain here, and I can tie it tight if I want it to be a choker. I can hang it a little bit longer. But that black look in that, I love this. I love this. But think about, this took me all of 3 seconds probably on the Glowforge, maybe 5 if we're being crazy, 5 seconds to cut the oval, and then to just glue it in this housing took seconds as well. Let it dry and you are ready to go. You are in business. This is a great option if you want to make a jewelry collection. So you could have a necklace and then make matching earrings that maybe you're not using the cabochon jewelry, although there are earring cabochon pieces as well, which I'll talk about. But you can make little collections. I love, I'll talk about some other ones, some mommy and me sort of ideas with these, but takes 2 seconds, and think of what you can charge for this. I think this thing was, I think my grandmother paid like $60 for this back we won't talk about when, but years ago when I was in high school. So think about what you can charge for this and think about how much material is actually in here. This is a larger one, but there are some smaller little pieces for your tiny little scraps. But think about what you can charge for this and the value, how much you paid for that tiny piece of pattern ply that you might have even thrown away anyway because it was a scrap on your sheet. So think about that. I also have, so that's that kind of necklace. There are also different sizes and styles that's plain round with your cabochon piece that goes on it. And traditionally, when people are buying this type of jewelry, they are putting some type of either an insert in here. Some people paint this and then put this cabochon on. Other people get rid of this cabochon and they make sort of a resin type fake gemstone, put it in there. Other people use real gemstones, put it in there. Either way, no matter how you do it, that's how it's typically done. I've done some different styles with it. So I have one here that is literally just a piece of our mirrored peel and stick. So here's our peel and stick. This is the transparent, the wooden stained glass on that. It has a peel and stick backer. All I did was peel this off and stick it in there. If you have a diode, this is a good option for you because you can cut the mirrored peel and stick. I stuck it in there. I could leave it as is and wear it as a necklace, or I could add some depth and then I could put the cabochon on it. It's hard to get with that ring light, but I could put the cabochon on top of it and then it sort of has a magnified, real complete look to it. And then it also protects that peel and stick that's in there. This one was its own peel and stick, but then I glue this in. And the glue that I use for any of these, including this one here, the Smoke and Mirrors one, I used to use the Loctite Go-To glue, but I've been seeing that they are phasing this one out. It's harder to find, and I think they're discontinuing it. If you find it, this is a good one. But I've switched over to this Loctite Extreme glue. I haven't had any problems with it, but this is where what I've been using now. And when you're gonna glue that cabochon on, all you have to do is glue around the edges and stick it in, and I have not had one fall out. I've even found on some of these pieces, and I'll show you one I have here. Here's one that I did. This is a good example. Rings. This is something that seems very off limits for any sort of laser crafts that you may have, like rings. How often are you seeing rings? This is a great way to add rings to your collection. Have a set of earrings and a ring, have a necklace, earrings, and a ring. This is where I was talking mommy and me. I love the idea of having the earrings for mom and then the matching ring for your daughter. I've done that with our daughter as well. But here's something that I did here that's different. I used a wooden veneer. One of our 3M backed veneers has a peel and stick backer. I stuck it in there, but then I used the glue as a way to make it look like finished wood. So what I did was, instead of just gluing the outside edge and sticking my cabochon on top, I actually put glue all over the wood veneer, and then I pressed the cabochon onto it, and it made it, that clear glue made it look, it's kind of hard to see, made it look like finished wood. So I used it to my advantage. And I've done that with some other peel and stick ones as well, just to give it sort of a different look. I even did one, I don't have it here with me today, where I put the glue on it and I stuck some gold glitter in it, and then I stuck the cabochon on top. And it was a cool effect, totally different. You couldn't get it any other way. So that's play with the glue. You're using such little pieces, and these cabochon blanks are so cheap. You can get, this is a pack, I think I got like 20 earrings, and they cost me about like 10 bucks, 10 or $12. You can see here, there's just a tiny little area where you would stick your pattern ply or wood, whatever you want to use. And that's the fun part about it as well. Use whatever you have. If you have peel and stick on hand, use your peel and stick. The peel and stick is cool because you still have room in the housing to fit the actual cabochon that it comes with on top of it, if you want to. If you use something thicker, like 16th inch acrylic or 1/8 inch acrylic, you will not have room to put the cabochon back on top. Keep that in mind, but it's not a bad look. So here you go. Here's an example here. Here is a transparent micro stained glass swirl that is 1/8 inch. And you can see, let me see if I can get it to focus. You can see that it sticks up just a little bit, but I kind of like that look. You can use, and something cool is if you use the transparent, these housings are always, well, not always, there's the black ones, but they're usually metallic. So if you stick that transparent on that, it gives it a metallic effect. So that's pretty cool. Here's one I did with our logo. Here's my dog, there's Diesel. And this is just the cement on black core. I was able to engrave and I stuck it right in there. Here's another one with the skull cluster, smoke and mirrors. Looks almost like onyx the way that it is. But I wear these rings all the time. They're super fun and they are very, very cheap and they are really, really fun to make, very, very fast to make, which is what's also cool with it. So I've shown you the rings. I showed you that necklace. Oh, here's another option. This is literally just the 0.01 clear flex that I cut to size and popped in. Our daughter wanted, she saw this pattern in the back and said, I want a necklace of that. I literally just cut it and I popped it in. I didn't even glue it and it has not fallen out. So that'll fit in there and then you can see the metal straight through it, which is pretty cool. So diode customers, you can use your flex for this. Diode customers, you can use your black core with this. You can use the smoke and mirrors. You can use that. So any of the cores that you have, you can use. It's really adaptable, really great. They also have, look at these. Our daughter's ears are not pierced yet. So they have a couple different options for non-pierced ears. These are just little clip-on earrings. And I put, here's an E that I cut. Here's another little clip-on. This one is similar to the necklaces where it's sort of recessed in, where you could put a cabochon on top if you wanted to, but I put pattern ply. Little clip-on earrings. There are pierced stud earrings where you can fit your pattern right in there. There are keychains. Look at this. How fun is that? And they're double-sided, so you could put something different on either side. You could engrave an initial. You could have your sports team or your school team on here, engrave something with that. That's a fun one. They even have little links that you could, this one only has one bail, so you could make an earring and hang these from the bottom. They also have them with 2 bails that you can connect together like a bracelet. And I've made some bracelets for some family members with that. They have little pendants where there's multiple in a row in different colors. There's gold, there's silver. Look at how cute these earrings are, that if you just add a little piece of pattern ply to them. Think about how tiny that scrap is and how many sheets you've thrown away with a little piece bigger than that. Use your scraps. You've already got them, cut little circles, put them in these and make a bunch of money. They're a great little adder that you can put in your booth at the craft show. Upsell, have somebody, if they buy the earring, say, hey, did you see we also have a ring in that exact same pattern that you liked here? It's just a really fun option to expand what you have. And they are just so fast. This is fantastic if you're just getting started, not really sure what to do, or if you're like me, if you absolutely loathe the whole idea of opening and closing the jump rings. I know a lot of you do it all day, every day and don't have a problem. I hate it, I can't do it. It's such a pain. So I always opt for things like the hoops that I can do. And I have those, instead of having to use the jump rings, I have the posts that sort of clip on, because I don't like dealing with the jump rings. I really don't. I'm sorry, everyone. But this is a great option for you to just be able to buy them already made and then stick your pattern or your piece of wood or whatever you have in there, and you're finished. That's all it takes. So have fun with these. Look at what the options are on there. There are big ones, little ones. There's all kinds of fun things that you can make with the cabochon blanks. So search for those cabochon blanks. I'm going to put the links for the ones that I have here that are still on my Amazon account. I'm going to put them down in the video description so that you can just link right from there. And we'll see what sorts of fun things that you guys will post on Facebook with these. I'm excited. Have fun with these. This is a super great scrap buster. Definitely try these. Thank y'all so much. And let me know if you have any scrap buster ideas that maybe I haven't thought of yet. let me know in the comments and I will work on those. So thank you all so much. I hope you guys make a ton of money with the Cabochon blanks.